Ricky Gervais said he wouldn't watch the Golden Globes anyway when asked if he was surprised about the downfall of the awards show moving online on Thursday night's Late Night with Seth Meyers on NBC. The 60-year-old English comedian said the only time he ever watched an awards show was when he was there in person, either winning or losing an award or presenting. Ricky noted that he hosted the Golden Globes 5 times over a 10-year period. He said the first time he did it he felt the Hollywood press questioning this fat annoying Brit, how dare he make fun of the most important people in the world. He kept doing the same things, but Ricky said the world changed. By the last one, the public were going give it to them. We are sick of celebrities, we hate them, said Ricky, who appeared virtually on the show sitting in his study in England in front of a bookcase lined with awards. Ordinary people sort of turned a little bit and were sick of being told what to do by rich people, he added. Ricky admitted that he loved hosting the Globes, and Seth said that he hosted it once compared to Ricky's 5 times. "You are basically blaming me, aren't you?" said Ricky, laughing. Seth asked him if he had been able to make it through these last 2 years without becoming sick. "I wouldn't say I'm healthy, but I haven't caught COVID," he said. "I'm 20 pounds overweight. I'm 60. I'm losing my hair. I'm fat. I've got a bunion. I've got bad knees. I've got a bad back that goes every now and again. I'm a slob. It's because I eat and drink too much." He held up his glass and said, "I'm drunk now because I'm in England, and I don't mean because of the time zone, I mean because it is compulsory. If you are in England you have got to be drunk. It's one of the rules. But yeah, I haven't caught COVID, no." Ricky said that then again that maybe he did have it because he always wakes up sweaty and anxious. He laughed and said, "I wouldn't know. All the way through the first year, every time I woke up I thought I had COVID," said Ricky. Apart from that, I'm well. Seth asked him if all the awards that he was sitting in front of created a natural immunity to COVID. Ricky said maybe. "It plays havoc with the Wi-Fi," he said, pointing to the bookshelf lined with awards behind him. "I'm in Meryl Streep's house," he said. He didn't place them there because he was going on the show, but that the awards are there all the time because it was his study. Seth told him that he really loved the characters in his show Afterlife, which has returned to Netflix for its 3rd and final season, and asked him about the casting process. Ricky said because he has been around for a while that he can cast before he even writes it. "As I thought of a character, I knew who could play it and I was calling them," said Ricky. He recalled when he called Kerry Godliman, who played his late wife Lisa on the show. "I said, oh, I've got an idea. You play my dead wife," and she went, "What do you mean, I'm the corpse?" Ricky laughed and said he told her she wasn't going to be playing a corpse. He said it's nearly cheating because they are there from the beginning. He said it helps make the show seem so real and natural looking. Seth asked him why he did a show that was centered on a death. Ricky said it just became a study in grief. He said that many people came up to him after the first season and shared with him their stories of loss. "You suddenly realize that everyone is grieving," said Ricky. "People like seeing a bit of themselves on TV even if it's the bad stuff. Especially if it's the bit that people don't usually see on TV or if it's a taboo subject. particularly if they see the funny side of it, because what comedy is for is getting us over bad stuff. Ricky said his show just asked the big question: if you lose everything, is life still worth living? You need to find something to make it worthwhile, he said. Seth asked him while he was writing what he was most concerned with, making it funny or the emotional part. Ricky said he concentrates on whether it is real, honest, original, and frightening. He said when you think of a great idea, the answer is usually yes, that you can make it funny. He said in his stand-up routine he talks about taboo subjects because he wants to take the audience to a place where they have never been. There is nothing you shouldn't joke about, said Ricky. It depends on the joke. We are all going to die, so let's joke about it. Let's have a laugh, he said. Seth asked him about his new stand-up on Netflix. He said he was doing gigs before the pandemic, but it just stopped. Ricky said he managed to finish it and now really appreciates his audience even more. It really hit me on an emotional level, said Ricky. He said stand-up was his favorite thing and he can't wait to get back out there. He said his special will be out in the spring. Seth asked him if he worried his stand-up would get dated. He joked that no, because his themes of AIDS, famine and Hitler are evergreen. He said he does worry about things like if Boris Johnson isn't around, that it would ruin the one joke that he does about him.